Hey everyone, Joe here from ActionX. Welcome to What's on the Tube, or welcome back if this is your 7th Doom Patrol Season 2 episode review. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all staying safe out there. Be good to each other. The whole 9 yards. Finally, after many weeks, well, not that many weeks, it's only been like, what, 5 weeks of doing this? We're finally caught up with Doom Patrol. Finally, thank God. So, we're out of the weeds, we're out of catch-up mode, we're finally in the home stretch, ironically. Ironically, at the moment we're caught up with the show, the season's almost over. So this is just pretty hilarious in my books. But anyway, it doesn't matter, we're caught up. That's the good part. So this is the more recent episode that has aired, so I once again return to the crowd of just waiting for the next episode like everyone else. But with that being said, however, this week, finally, I can finally say this week because this was this week's episode, for Doom Patrol. It's weird because, like, I don't know how to think of this episode. Like, it's not a bad episode per se. I enjoyed it. I thought it was very interesting, but I don't know why. Like, I just didn't officially... I don't know. Like last week was so funny and so, like, out of everywhere with everything else. And you know, I mean, after Sex Patrol, you really can't go higher than that. But I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, oh, it was the Steel and Stone was like, was it last? No, it wasn't last time. I'm getting confused. I'm sorry. My head is like, so I'm recording this review before the last one aired, so I keep forgetting that. So the last one that was publicly aired was the Steel and Stone one. So I'm thinking about that. But anyway, no, I still like this episode. I felt like this is more like we're building towards the climax. How are they going to resolve everything with the Candlemaker and stuff like that? And even this episode, it's still more shenanigans, like more hilarious moments with Cliff as always. After his fate of being thrown out of a spaceship, which is even weird for me to say that, and seeing the other Doom Patrol members just trying to, like, you know, do their own thing and, you know, get stuck with Jane's newest persona. Well, newest personality. I keep saying persona like I play Persona, but I never play Persona. But anyway, let's talk about the Butcher. Let's go for the Butcher recap so I can talk about this episode. So we begin we have a weird flashback. We have a flashback, like a scene in Switzerland, where we see this like weird distorted voice recording, and then we cut to somewhere in America. I think it could be Switzerland, but somewhere in America. Cliff somehow survived his fall from grace, fall from space. He crashes through a billboard featuring the guy who was cross fused okay. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm tired. It's been a long day at work. With the Velociraptor, he released a book, and Cliff just plows right through. And of course, obviously, Cliff is extremely pissed off at Niles for like throwing him off the freaking ship. I mean, if I somehow fell off a spaceship, I landed in the middle of the nowhere with no real communication to anyone, and also the fact that well, first of all, I had to survive. I would be immediately pissed off. So I completely understand Cliff in this moment. So Cliff's trying to get a ride back home or trying to figure out wherever the hell in America he is. So he starts walking, and then he eventually hits this... I'm going for Cliff's storyline first because like it's so hilarious. So Cliff gets to this like warehouse district, or a warehouse in general. I can tell what's a warehouse or not. And while he's there... And my hair is falling apart again. While he's there, his legs, his body's like slowly rusting up a little bit at places. Like in a couple of episodes ago, we saw his arm get stopped halfway during a punch. So, and this week we're seeing his legs rust up too, and he's basically stuck there, and he's like trying to figure out like, this is not happening to me. This is not happening to me whatsoever. And conveniently enough, some random social media person, I don't know, someone who's apparently big enough to be able to do shout-outs, comes across him and like basically kind of like trades him like, hey, can you shout out my boys because you're a robot man, and I'll give you my phone to like use for phone calls. So while Cliff decides to do these shout outs for I'm so too old for this. Not even that old. I'm like 22 years old going to 23. I mean, I'm not that old, but this dangled age of like shouting out people and doing these like cool shout out video. I don't know. That's not me at all. That's not me. So meanwhile, back with everyone, we'll come back to Cliff later. So for Niles, apparently, I guess the partial reason why Niles opted to throw Cliff out is not because he had an issue with Cliff, was because he's actually heading to the Yukon, where, if you remember from season 1, that's where the Neanderthal creature, like the special divine creature that everyone's been talking about last season, that Niles shacked up with and also created a daughter with. He goes to go find her for what reason? So he wants to kind of get some other advice, because at this point Niles is basically at a crossroads, since he's struggling to figure out another answer to his like immortality issue, and also the other fact is Dorothy's getting too dangerous, and is it best for her to be kept away so everyone can stay safe, or should he still keep finding a way to like keep staying alive to keep her sustained? He tries to summon her and tries to get her, but he has a nightmare featuring the Candlemaker, basically threatening him that like, hey, listen, I have Dorothy's mind. She's mine now. Just back off, man. That sort of thing. And Niles is like cursing at the mother, who doesn't show up. Apparently, we also get some details that the Candlemaker comes from her tribe, and supposedly it's like a curse, and he's kind of like cursing out the mom because she basically cursed her own daughter. So that's kind of messed up. Also, I also forgot that Crowley's actor, Mark Shepard, name it. Oh my god, I had the name in my head, and then it's not Whitney, is it? Is it Whitney or Kipley? So it's Kipley. Now I remember. It was something like that. So Kipley is also this episode. But anyway, we'll come back to them later, because I'm all over the place here. We cut back to, well, no, we don't come back. Like, meanwhile, back at the manor where everything else is going on, Vic decides to take his girlfriend there to kind of like get to know the crew a little bit, like get to know his life and whatsoever. Getting her acquainted with Negative Man, who's still like kind of zoning out after trying to figure out how does he get in contact with his family again, even though they kind of ratted him out to the police, to the government. Jane's newest personality is kind of like showcasing her skills and impressing everyone. And oh my god, that food spread looks so amazing. I wish I could eat that, but I can't. I'm at limitations. Damn this half diet. Anyway, so everyone's kind of impressed by her. Rita's off to go to do studying for her role as a beekeeper for the play. I guess that's kind of what they're going with. Also, there was like a dream sequence before where Rita was meeting with her director, but in her house for some reason, which is kind of weird because like this is a community theater play. I mean, is this really that important for a house visit? And her mom shows up. Rita's mom shows up. And it was kind of weird because, like, wait, did I miss something? Did I not pay attention again? But it's like, no, oh no, this is just a dream. This just came out of nowhere. So Rita goes off to do her beekeeping research, and while she's getting some tutelage under the beekeeper herself, she gets reminded. Well, the beekeeper and her daughter, their interactions are kind of like reminding Rita about her time with her mom when she was younger, and Rita's not entirely comfortable with that, since like it's giving her some bad memories. But the beekeeper's trying to explain to her her position on things. We're getting basically some character comparison. Basically, it's being chalked up to Rita still has some oppressed feelings towards her mom, but since her mom is I'm pretty sure dead by this point, there is no real confrontation to be had, so Rita can never really get closure per se. And the beekeeper's answer is basically to that, it's like, okay, just go and how about you go yell at some bees? I mean, why not? I mean, sure, the bees do nothing wrong. I mean, there was a movie called Bee Movie, but we don't talk about that here. Rita does something like that, but it doesn't really pan out that well. But on her way home later that night, she comes across a mugging in progress, and still wanting to be a superhero, she finally finally uses their powers well enough and attacks the robber in the beekeeper outfit. And I'm just like, is this the rise of the beekeeper? Like, is this a character now? Are we gonna get a superhero called the Beekeeper? Maybe yes, maybe no. Who knows? Yeah, so that was kind of Rita's storyline for the week. So I'm saying I'm starting to think. Plus, my facial hair is getting really itchy. If you're unaware, I'm growing a beard, or at least I'm trying to just grow out my facial hair. And I swear to God, this is killing me. Like the itchy stage is like, it's the most difficult part in growing a beard. Like that in between stage, like you're past the fuzzle stage, like the easy stage, you can shave it off. You're in that stage where like it's starting to get long. It's starting to get like a little bit annoying. Like you can see right here, like it's actually starting to grow. Not on this side for some reason. I don't know why. Like I gotta hit up some friends of mine that are experts in the world of beards. Not beards. Anyway, back to the show. I'm sorry for derailing you guys. So we got back to the manor. So the remaining four get this package in, and they're kind of confused about what the hell this package is. And they smell this aroma of sorts, which once they inhale it, they start kind of like going against their willpower, start like doing some stupid dumb things by like they get a crate that says "Do not open," and they open the crate, which it turns out to be the white painting that that was supposed to hold the Beard Master and Nobody and Mr. Nobody. So, but they're not there. So like they're confused. Like, what's going on? Like, why are they not there? Like, we should really be focusing on this because Mr. Nobody can technically kill all of us. So we kind of then see them kind of go on this negative. Like, let's just do some bad decisions. Larry and what's the name? Melissa? Goddammit. Jane's newest personality of the week. They decide to head to the hospital and try to get Larry to visit his grandson, but the government's already there. They tried posing as doctors, which I am like, how do you expect to get through hospital security when you're literally still wearing the same bandages, Larry? I mean, I don't know what you expect. This isn't a cartoon, or I don't know. But that fails. They kind of go back to the manor where Vic and his girlfriend, Rory, are about to hit it off in the bed, but Vic kind of stops them. And then, the other two show up. And then Kipley shows up, Mark Shepherd's character, and he's kind of basically berating them like, you had one job. Like, it clearly said on the box, do not open this box. And you open the box. Like, what is wrong with you people? Like, you people are, like, dumbasses. Which, clearly, he has a point. Kipley goes off to kind of find a solution to their problem. And the guys are like, they're reading this video. They're not reading, I don't know. What's wrong with my grammar today? They're watching a video about the thing they inhaled. Basically, they're gonna die if they keep doing these bad decisions. And their next bad decision is, let's jump into the painting that we spent the entire season trying to beat Mr. Nobody. Let's just go in. Why not? Ow, my chest hurts. Why not do that? And Jane's personality is like, no, we shouldn't. We should like be responsible, take precautions, that sort of thing. And the rest of them are just like, they just jump in. Like, they give no fucks. They just jump in there. Also, I think it's time to go back to Cliff. So Cliff does his shout-outs for this guy. He tries to call the manor, but since everyone's in the painting and everyone else is out, no one's at home. So he decides to call his pregnant daughter, who I don't understand why he would call his pregnant daughter, since she literally tried to get him arrested last time they saw each other. But he calls her, instead of like trying to get some help, he decides to like say his final words to her, considering the fact he's about to be a statue for the rest of his days. The guy just dips because, like, yeah, I got my shout-outs. You're basically boring me. I'm out of here. And Cliff tries to attack him, but then he collapses on the ground, but it's enough to kind of, like, reactivate his legs. So he's happy he's able to resume his journey. I believe... Yeah, so back to the foursome there. They're in the world of the world of the whiteboard. The white painting, I don't know what you want to call it. They're heading in there, and they find the Beard Master, who is weirdly painted. It turns out he's painting himself to kind of like be an incognito, trying to like escape the the fleshies, as they call them, like this mysterious henchman group that just wanders around the painting. Also, we get an update, Mr. Nobody, like, they're asking him, hey, where is Mr. Nobody? I mean, should he be here too? And the guy is like, I love the Beard Master so much. He breaks the fourth wall and he says, like, oh, he's off doing an animated show or something. And I'm like, what is Alan Tudyk doing on an animated show? Like, I know he was on The Rookie, but, like, I would have loved the Rookie reference. Like, let's cross over the universes. Come on. A Rookie and Doom Patrol crossover? Let's fucking go. But that ain't gonna happen. So, again, with their bad decisions, they run into some fleshies, and instead of, like, just hiding behind the Beard Master, Larry decides to you know, go in and, like, try to talk to them. They're trying to, like, fight them. And they get escorted by the fleshies to their queen, who is basically trying to eat all their bad thoughts. And she's basically spot, and also Kipley's there for some reason, and, you know, this queen is, like, just trying to, like, make a row out of these guys. And Jane and her personalities manages to defeat the queen somehow. I don't know why, like, they never get, like, I'm pretty sure it was just, like, one of the personalities just, like, really shook the queen, apparently, so she just kind of, like, yeah, that was kind of funny. And then, so the group just manages to leave and are sorry, my grammar's is horrible, I'm sorry. They get out of the painting, they head back to the manor. Vic and his girlfriend are gonna have, like, a one-on-one, since they were kind of insulted during their time in the painting, so they were trying to, like, figure out to make sure, like, they're on the same page on what they want to go with their relationship, which makes sense. It makes sense considering their current positions on life, and it seems to be going well. Larry decides to go and visit his grandson somehow, and he's not there, and initially it's like, oh man, did he die? And then one of the nurses show up and she's like, no, he's fine. He checked out. He made a recovery. So good for now, but considering the state of things, I don't think Larry's gonna pay a visit to his family anytime soon, at least. Or I could be wrong again. And then we cut to Jane back in the underground, like the real Jane, talking to the personas back in the train station, and Jane decides to go on her own and, you know, look up ahead, and she checks out one of the stations of another personality, and it's boarded up for some reason. And then Kipley, after saving the Doom Patrol again, Jesus Christ, Kipley, he's the man. He's the GOAT. I think that's the first time I ever said the GOAT. He manages to save their asses almost every time they need him. And so Kipley heads off to meet up with Niles. Apparently Niles is forming some sort of plan to, like, kind of figure out what to do with Dorothy once he's gone. And Kipley's kind of in agreement with it, since, like, yeah, it makes sense, but considering how powerful Dorothy is. And did Dorothy just stay asleep throughout that entire time? Like, Dorothy's just a little girl, or just a regular being. She only needs her 8 hours. So was she just, like, stranded in the Yukon while Niles was, like, way up north trying to find her mom, and he left her alone? I mean, Father of the Year, Niles, you gotta reconsider your position. That's the end of the episode. Oh god, the ginger in this one is so strong. Yeah, I really did like this episode, but I didn't exactly think it was the best. I think it's one of the weaker ones, in my opinion. I love Kipley. I love Mark Shepard always. He can do no wrong. Just seeing the Doom Patrol just, like, off the rails even more so than usual, at least partially of them, was fun to see. Cliff's the star of the show at this point. Like, come on. He just steals everything. Also, I forgot about Cliff. So Cliff gets back to the manor, and his daughter's there. And apparently that tape he was looking for before, she has it. And she finds out what Niles did to Cliff. So she kind of is now, like, understanding, like, oh, this is my father. It wasn't his fault that he left me. It was because of this. So I think this is, like, a good sign that he's finally going to start getting the opportunity to be in his daughter's life again, hopefully. So that was like, Cliff's storyline this season so far is pretty good. Rita is still interesting. Like, I know they're trying to, like, give her some, like, callbacks to her, like, her pre-Powers career, her pre-Powers life with the whole community play, but I'm not sure that's really, for me personally, doing it for me. Like, it is bringing some more humor, but was it I know there's, like, a more serious issue there, but at least for me, I'm not really getting encapsulated by it. Vic and Rory, they're alright. I mean, considering their circumstances, considering who they are, I mean, they're doing the best they can with their relationship, and I respect that. How much more can we keep doing before Vic goes to Star Labs and confronts his father? Who knows? Who knows, man? I mean, who knows? And I'm interested to see what the after effect of, like, the Candlemaker's president Jane's mind is, like, really starting to do with her. Because, like, she lost 2 personalities already. One reemerged, and another one's basically locked up, or at least boarded up. So, what's going on in her mind? I don't know, but I'm very anxious to find out. And so for me, I give this episode, I'm going to drink a little bit more tea because my throat's parched as hell. Oh, God. I give this episode 1.5 thumbs up. Oh, God. Oh, that ginger is killing me. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for me, guys, because I think I drink too much tea for this one. So if you were unaware, this was What's in the Tube from ActionX. If you want to know what we're doing overall and What's in the Tube, besides our Doom Patrol Season 2 episode reviews, we do DC Stargirl episode reviews each and every Friday after a brand new episode on Monday on DC Universe, the streaming service, and on Tuesdays on the CW, but you can catch it all for free on Wednesdays on the CW.com and the CW app. You can also check out our Perry Mason episode reviews each and every Monday after a brand new episode on Sundays on HBO. But if you only care about Doom Patrol, then you're like, we'll be back next week on next Saturday for the next Doom Patrol episode, because we're finally caught up today. And you want to, like, skip ahead a little bit to the future, I said in this last episode, but I'll say it again. We're going to be reviewing this coming week, episode 8. Week after that, the season finale. The week after that will be the season 2 review. Spoiler free and spoilers for both audiences. And then the week after that, to end off our Doom Patrol content, we will be doing a season 3 prediction video. So we still have many more weeks of Doom Patrol content to go, so don't worry, we're not going away just yet. So be excited for that. And again, if you're unaware, this was What's in the Tube from ActionX. If you want to see more of What's in the Tube, specifically our Doom Patrol Season 2 episode reviews, subscribe to us on YouTube.com. Ring the bell for notifications when the next review is live. Like, favorite, share if you want to, but it doesn't really help us out in the long run. And also follow us on social media to be up to date on new videos, updates to videos, or just any updates in general. And as for you, the Fan Patrol, I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.